Welcome to Alan Colmes Versus, where we discuss some of the more controversial things said in the recent news cycle in both traditional and digital media. The epitome of what I'd like to call around here fair and balanced. Joining me today, Fox News contributor, pastor of the First Baptist Church of Dallas, Dr. Robert Jeffress. Dr. Jeffress, I know you're an ardent Trump supporter. Could anything happen at this point to get you off the Trump train?
Well, look, I think the real question for me is what would it take for me to vote for Hillary Clinton?
No,
a lot more than what I've heard
no, that's
already.
Not the question. I don't care
but
about
it is a binary
choice. Could anything stop you from supporting Trump?
Again, what would cause me to vote for Hillary Clinton? And I think that's the way most evangelicals see this.
But, sir,
well, that's the way I'm looking at it. It would take, I'm sure there's something out there somewhere, but I haven't heard it or seen it yet. And I want to remind people, Alan, that in 1980, evangelicals overwhelmingly voted for a candidate who had been a known womanizer in Hollywood, was the first divorced U.S. president. His name was Ronald Reagan.
He wasn't an admitted sexual predator.
But,
he didn't admit to sexual assault.
They were not endorsing Reagan's lifestyle. They were endorsing his policies, and I think that's why you have such support here. Nobody agrees with his lifestyle or some of the things that he has said, but they're endorsing his policies.
We're not talking about what he said. We're talking about actions. Are 9 women who've come forward lying?
Those are allegations, Alan. None of them has been proven yet.
Well, we have corroborative evidence. The Christian Post is reporting that 700 Christian women are speaking out. I want to put up what it says. As Christian women were appalled by Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump's recorded remarks that disparage women and condone sexual assault. Such language cannot be dismissed as locker room talk. The sin of misogyny has caused many of us to experience sexual assault or sexually abusive language that threatened our safety, dignity, and well-being. And they're saying the letter calls out Christian leaders who condone such violent speech about women as a minor mistake or an innocent attempt to be macho. Are you one of those leaders?
Listen, I agree with that statement 100%. I would have never, ever, ever defend or diminish the comments that Donald Trump made. But what I would say is, Alan, you have to put them in perspective. Okay, what do you want? Somebody who commits verbal assault against women and talks that way, or somebody like Hillary Clinton who supports the greatest assault on women of all, and that's murdering them in the womb before they have a chance to be born? That is what the choice is.
So you are saying that because Hillary Clinton is pro-choice, whatever she stands for in terms of a woman's right to choose is worse than anything Donald Trump is alleged to have done?
I would say murdering females is worse than groping females. Both are horrendous. Neither one should be condoned in any way whatsoever.
You know, this is a candidate, by the way, who regenerated the birther movement, continued to delegitimize the office of the president, talks about a rigged election, says people should go and watch at polling places in inner cities. Does it trouble you from a purely Democratic, small d standpoint that this guy is interfering with a peaceful transition to power and hurting our democracy?
Well, I don't believe that's what he's doing. I think he's talking about a media-rigged election. I don't think he's saying that.
No, he said poll-rigged in a tweet over the weekend. He said poll-rigged.
Well, he'll have to defend that comment. I'm not here to defend that. What I'm saying is it's a binary choice between a pro-life, pro-religious candidate like Donald Trump and somebody who holds the opposite views on all of those issues. That's what it comes down to for me.
Pastor, I'm not suggesting you're going to vote to Hillary Clinton or any Democratic pro-choice person, but, you know, there's also an option just not to support a person who's admitted to sexual assault, who's had a number of women come forward. The people who go after the Clintons accusing them of sexual assault and abetting sexual assault are the ones defending Donald Trump.
Well, look, Alan, I know you're not thrilled about Hillary Clinton, but I would make the argument for you not to vote for Hillary Clinton is for you to vote for Donald Trump. I think it's the same from our perspective.
You want to make a deal? I don't vote for Clinton, you don't vote for Trump?
No, that's a devil's bargain, and I'm not going to make it.
You can't do that? All right, Pastor, thank you very much. Robert Jeffress, we thank you for being with us. Be sure to follow the pastor on Twitter at Robert Jeffress. I'm Alan Colmes. Thanks for watching.